Okay, hopefully this is actually working properly. Let me just, yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, oh, come on. Come on, load video, load video. Oh, there we go. Awesome. That is working. Okay. So today, working on some. Hopefully that actually will show up. I guess if I have OBS open, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there, some Dark Eldar Scourges. Not painting them like that, but we're obviously putting them together like that. So we got. No, you can't see shit on stream, can you? Probably not. I need to. I wish my light was not broken. What if I attach that? Hey, Animagus. Just trying to figure out some improved lighting here. Because it's not really suitable, I don't think, right now. That's maybe a little bit better. So we've got some Scourges, some BDSM space vampires with wings to paint. Actually, what I should do, mostly for myself, but also for you. Get some reference models going here. So I have something to look at. So these are what. There we go. See if I can bring that light over here. There we go. So that's what my normal warriors look like. So I'm going to be painting the Scourges similar to that. Come on. There we go. It's something that takes time and practice. Come on. Stupid webcam is not really amazing for this. It's trying to autofocus on everything. So that's what I'm going to be painting these guys like, sort of. So these guys have essentially the same kind of model, but with wings. So, what we want to get. Hey, Lammers. Oh, that's probably good. Yeah, there's a lot of detail on these models, which is part of why they're really nice. It's also part of why they're so expensive. So this is the main armor color. Which is not actually a Games Workshop paint, but it doesn't matter. We want. So let's see. Actually, is that actually a container that's full? No, that's pretty much empty. So I'm trying to find the kind of bronze color that's on these guys, on their kind of their secondary color. And if I don't have any, then it's not the end of the world, because I've got a lot of stuff to do today. Actually, that'll be useful. So that's a Balthazar Gold, which is essentially a good base paint color. Essentially, it's just the same. It's actually pretty similar to the other paint. It just has a lot more pigment in it, so it coats better. Oh, this one's unopened, so I won't open that. But this one is open, so we'll keep going with that. So I don't think I actually have. That's kind of dumb of me. I don't actually have the bronze color, but we will work around that for tonight. Just put that up there. Oh wait. Oh no, never mind. I just put that over there with my. So we've got a fine detail brush. We've got a regiment brush. And this one, which is just a big old brush that we're not going to use today. I need to go get some water. Water is not filthy, just the container. And also, we'll just put that over here. Out of sight. Okay, so essentially what we want to do is we want to paint their boots and the upper part of their armor that bluey purple color, which is called Nauseous Blue. Unfortunately, when I started painting this army, I picked this color, which was an official Games Workshop color quite a few years ago, and only after I ran out of the first pot of, or like all the paint that I had stocked up, did I realize they no longer sold this particular color. So luckily there's another company called Coat d'Arms that manufactures a lot of the old discontinued Games Workshop colors, and they had exactly the same color, and it's cheaper. So I have a source for that. But I don't even have that much of it anymore. I probably should order some more. But I've got more than enough for tonight. Oh wait, or maybe oh shit, maybe oh, awesome. I forgot I had. So I do have the bronze color. I forgot about my secret stash of spare paint. Okay, so I do have the bronze. I don't need that out right now. And so yeah. Oh, and this guy, I broke it before I started. So we'll actually start with this. Broke this little, if you look at the gun between these two, can't see shit. I broke out the little middle bit on this gun here. And so I need to fix that. So we'll, even though this is actually that's not plastic. I actually recast that myself because unfortunately they only provide you with one of these guns in a box, and you have the option of using 4 of them, and that's what you want to use. So your only options, and you can't buy them separately. Your only options are buying 4 boxes of these guys to make one squad, or you know, like buy them on eBay or something, where they go for a ridiculous amount of money. Hold on, this super glue is completely messed up. There we go. So I recast these myself basically with some resin, and I made a silicone mold and made my own batch of them. Come on. There we go. It's pretty good. This is for Warhammer 40,000. I think I've got that in my... yeah, okay, I've got that as my stream title, sort of. Can you 3D print these guys? Not even close. Like, way too much detail on these. I've tried and people have tried, and you can make things that are, like, you know, kind of a weak imitation of, but there is so much detail on these. Like, maybe if I just... It's really hard to actually reproduce the level of detail on these. Like, these are... You can see all the individual feathers and stuff on the wing. If it focuses. There we go. For a second it had it. So there's just so much detail on these models that at the moment it is not possible to 3D print them. That's not to say in the future we won't be able to. But for now it's not, and that's how they make their money. Okay, so we will start with this one. And we'll use, this is a little palette. And so once this is good and mixed up here, oh yeah, let's move him out of the way. Just put a bunch of this on there. Oh shit. And we'll save that for later. Then we will thin that down a little bit with some medium. Just lets it flow a bit better. Actually, I'm gonna just kind of straighten out the bristles a bit on this. Alright. So medium is basically just more paint with no pigment in it. So got a bit of that on the brush. And we'll get to it. And I probably should have used the other brush, but that's okay. Now I'm bumping my head on this camera. Oh, shit. Okay. So actually, let's take a quick look at what's actually going on here compared to these other guys. So this guy has bare feet, whereas the other model, go on, focus, there we go. The other guy has boots that go all the way to the ground, but this guy has bare feet. So we obviously don't want to paint boot color on his feet. He's got little pants or something that are going to be brown, just like on this other guy. And this guy has arms. I know some of these other ones have bare arms. Actually, none of them do. Never mind. So I lied. But we won't paint their feet, obviously. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. I see what I'm... So the upper, like the thigh guard is not going to be this color, but oh, I see, and these kind of wrap under the feet as well. At this stage, we don't need to be too careful because I haven't painted anything else yet, so we can just paint over any mistakes we make later. on this guy, I've got the knee guards. So the knee guards are purple or blue or whatever you want to call this color. And then everything above that is bronze. So we'll do the knee pads. I'm assuming you can actually sort of see this. Like if it's blurry or something, I realize the camera is continuously auto refocusing here, but if it's being stupid, just let me know and I will fiddle with it a bit. Also, I'm assuming you can hear me. Camera struggling, yeah. It keeps trying to focus, and I don't know what I can do about that. Oh shit. I just noticed So I just noticed that actually what's going on this guy's legs is not that he's wearing like, they're not like shin guards or anything. They're not like the boots on the other guy though. These are more like the tights go all the way down. He's just got thigh guards and a knee pad. So actually maybe painting these purple is not ideal. Because otherwise I'm going to have a weird switch between... Well, maybe I'll paint just the... Okay, so whatever. We'll leave that for now. And we will paint over those lower legs later. We'll just do the knee pads and kind of the little bit that goes below the knee in this purple color. Okay, and then in terms of upper body, we've got the kind of the gloves and bracers are purple, and actually that's not entirely true. The right hand is a different color, and that's for squad differentiation. But I probably won't do that. I need to figure out how I'm going to differentiate these guys, because I have 2 squads of 5 here, and unfortunately some of them have bat wings, some of them have bird wings. Can actually print this much detail. Some of them have bird wings, some of them have bat wings, but they were too stupid to give you enough so that you could have a squad of birdwing dudes and a squad of batwing dudes. Between the 2 boxes, I've got 4 batwing dudes and 6 of the birdwing guys. If they were clever, they would have given you enough of each so that you could actually, choose whether they were bat dudes or bird dudes. But now I have to have at least, I could have a squad of 4 bat dudes and a bird dude, but that's no good. So I'm just gonna have them fully intermingled, no segregation here. So in terms of squad differentiation, I think I'll have to just have the bat dudes kind of follow the same sort of color scheme for whatever I do for the wings. I haven't figured that out yet. Unless I just did the hands, but the hands are really annoying for differentiation. And I've already screwed that up, so that's not where I should be starting painting. I will just kind of get some of that paint off though. Okay, so I meant to start painting down here at the little bracer thing. So I guess that's that arm, and let's do that. Oh no, that's the right hand, so we'll leave... No, these guys got purple hands. And need to make sure I get that finger that's on the trigger, because he has bad trigger discipline. Or actually, this is a woman. This one has breasts. Okay, so that's... Just kind of stop that from globbing up there, as it kind of is. Okay, so that's that arm. This time I will actually only paint the things that need painting. Starting at the bracer. Oh shit, I just put my hand right on the other paint. Okay, so that's that arm done. Just get the back edge of it there. Okay. And then we've got to go for the body kind of up above there, so kind of up here. And where it comes down around there. Just get this. Kind of tricky. What I've got my camera mounted on right now is normally a magnifier with like a ring light around it that provides a lot of light, but the bulb is burnt out and I haven't ordered a new one yet. So I've got just a kind of light on the side and it's not as good. Okay, so what are we going to do around the back here? How does it work on this guy? On this guy, it just goes all the way around the back. So I think what we'll do, these little nodule things, we will not paint the nodules purple, but we will, there'll be some other color. Kind of paint the base of those. And they'll be green or something, I think. Oh! There's my squad differentiation. Do they all have them? Yes, all these guys have the little nodule things. These guys here. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see. Unfortunately, it's kind of tricky. So that's gonna be way easier to differentiate with. And that way I can kind of paint the wings whatever color I want, and it doesn't matter. It means I can have my stupid squad like Blue Jays or something. Cardinals. Instead of doing something with stupid like crows. Black feathers and stuff. guys have, or this one at least, because all of their wings are different for the most part. This one has armor that goes up the front edge of the wings. So we'll paint that too. How's the audio quality, by the way? I'm not using my snowball mic. I'm just using the mic built into this camera. When I was testing it, it seemed okay, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. So it's kind of hard to continuously be talking when you do this because you need a bit of stability, and sometimes talking just kind of prevents that. Sometimes breathing prevents that too, but okay, good. Audio quality's good. That's fine then. We'll paint down the back between the wings. And then I think we've just got the face to go on this one. So this one's got a little helmet, kind of wraps around, but not all the way. I think what I will do I think we'll only do the top layer in this purple. It's kind of like a mask over someone wearing like a cloth face mask, like on that one. So we'll do the cloth bit in brown, I think. Okay, so I think that's all done. Let me just do a quick once over here. Just get a bit more paint on that knee pad there. I'll call that one good for now. Now what's different with this one? Okay, so the face is similar, so let's just do that quickly. so that's the face. Oh, what's this hair stuff stuck onto it? That's the face. Now we've got, let's do the knee pads so I don't forget about that. Knee pad and the stuff just underneath it. It's a continuation of the knee pad. How did I learn to make the molds and resin cast? That's through the magic of the internet. I definitely have not been trained in that in any way. So I kind of make do the best I can. I bought. Let me just finish the other knee pad. I bought a kit. Has everything you need in it. And read some tutorials on the internet. And then I was all good to go. So that. Now, of course, I'm not actually making the model itself. I'm just casting a mold around the existing piece, which obviously simplifies it significantly. Yeah, so. Oh, shit. Paintbrush just rolled straight into my paint. Okay. Put that down there now. So yeah, I bought this kit. Where's my mouse? So I can see OBS. No, can't see anything. Mold making and casting, pourable starter kit, by Smooth On, and it comes with. It's just intended like as a kind of a sampler essentially. So it comes with some really small containers of silicone and some small containers of resin, but it actually does a really good job. So that's not the one I'm looking for, but. Yeah, okay, so for the guns that I cast for these guys, just like that, it's a little two-part mold. And so once it's all done, you just slap it together, elastic band it up, mix up some resin, which is just pour in equal amounts of two parts, stir it, pour it into the mold carefully, and tap it so that all the air bubbles come out, and then you leave it like 15 minutes and it's all good. It's just that simple. It's really not a complicated thing. Not complicated to learn, not complicated to do. There's some tricks to getting the molds nice, but again, they're well documented online, so surprisingly easy to do for a beginner. The kit costs like $40 or something, so considering I made I think each of these guns goes for about $9 on eBay. So I cast I think I did 5 because I think there were I must have done 6 because I had 2 boxes and so each one comes with one of the guns. So I cast 6 which means essentially that's $60 that I didn't pay to some guy who just buys the kits and parts them out online, and it's not the end of the world because it's not like Games Workshop is going to make any money from this guy anyway, I guess, and it's okay to do for personal use. So so in this kind of case, it's not the end of the world, and I didn't get ripped off by some guy on eBay. Of course, now my camera's on a wacky spot again here. Okay. Let's get back to this. So that's, I mean, that's $60 saved essentially right there on these guys, but I've cast all sorts of other things. I have a whole bunch of molds sitting around to do stuff. I've actually thought about doing it for some terrain as well to kind of duplicate things that I've handmade myself. So that's the arms. So then just the chest. Oh shit. Not supposed to paint up onto the shoulder. Well, not supposed to. I do not intend to paint up onto the shoulder, so I will not. You can do whatever the hell you want. Oh. Yeah, it's one of those things you just have to look it up and when I'm not gonna spend $60 on 6 little pieces of plastic, so I mean I did pay $40 for all these guys, but just for individual parts I'm not paying $10 a piece to some guy who just goes and buys the kits and sells individual bits. It's just stupid. So I do what I can to make the hobby cheaper for myself whenever I can. Okay. Paint down the back. Got some kind of paint globbing around some of the detail here, so I just gotta kind of run the brush over that to even that out. Oh, and I've missed the other side with these little nodules. Okay, so I think that's another one down. Okay, so now we got a bird. Oh no, I guess the first one was a bird wing. So this one has a similar face mask. Oh, and actually, one thing about the resin casting, obviously I would get in some serious shit if I was trying to sell those, or if I was trying to play in some official tournament where you have to have all real products and stuff. But because I'm just doing it for myself and I game with like my brother and stuff, it's not a problem because no one cares, first of all, and I'm not profiting off of it, so there are no problems with that whatsoever. Oh, that's interesting. So this arm was cast, and it actually looks a bit shoddy from the back here. So that's unfortunate. I'll have to see what I can do to clean that up at some point. Like before I get to painting that little bit. In fact, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but no, it's just too small. But on the elbow, it's hey Snowfuego. On the elbow, it's kind of messed up. All the detail is gone. I obviously had a mold vent there. Okay, so let's do the knee pads, and then we will do the body for this guy. Hey, Geek Girly. Yeah, I know the camera is going nuts. It doesn't like the close-ups, and because my hands are not ultra steady, it's not great. Let's put it that way. Unfortunately, like I can't unless I had a. Actually, I wonder if I can. No, I don't know. I don't think I can turn off the autofocus. I think that's actually built into hardware. So just the body. It is a... Oh, it's a Microsoft... I think it's the Microsoft HD 3000. I don't remember. It doesn't say on it that I can... Anywhere that I can see. But I know it's a Microsoft, and I remember the number 3000. Something like that. It's pretty good for... Okay, yeah. I know... Oh, and it turns back on. Yeah, I know I looked up the one you had, and yeah, that looks... I think I had looked at that one at some point, but... Yeah, that's part of the problem, too, is that my lighting is kind of poor. Because the... Yeah, so just a second here. I've got my webcam on. I've got like a magnifying light thing, and it takes this for a bulb. Oh, there. Takes this for a bulb. Which costs like $5 in the US or $30 in Canada before shipping. So if you buy it in Canada, it's like $30 plus $15 shipping for one. Whereas in the States, it's $5 plus $6 shipping. So my plan is to order 4 or 5 of these, get them shipped just across the border, and I'll go down and pick them up. I was going to order them tonight, actually. And they'll be here for like Friday, hopefully. So it's so stupid, but I mean, I save a huge amount of money per unit. But I mean, I have to waste like an hour and a half driving down across the border and back. It's not the end of the world, but what is going on in my... Come to PAX East. Just a second here. Something is going on. Okay. Just OBS glitching out. I'm streaming on that. Hold on. Is this actually still going? Yeah, okay. Because pretty much every computer except for my gaming machine runs on Linux, so streaming is a bit of an issue, and I managed to get OBS working on my server, which is right next to my painting area here, and so that's what I'm streaming from on OBS like alpha or something. It says OBS 0.0.1. So, you know. But yeah, PAX East is... Where is that? That's in Boston, isn't it? So that'd be still a bit of a hike for me as well. Let's just see here. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a drive. Because that'd be at least a day. Where is... Oh, actually, no, that... Yeah, actually, that would be about a day to get there. Be about 8 hours, 7 hours or so to... What does Google Maps say? Google Maps says it'd be 6 hours, 56 minutes. Plus, I always add an hour for plus an hour for stops and stuff. Yeah, the multi-platform version of OBS is questionable at the best, but I don't have any other Windows machines in the house. I would have loved to have gotten it working on one of my laptops, but they did not have a sufficient level of OpenGL support. So I had to threw a video card in my server and did it that way. It's Felicia pooping. But yeah, it's only like 45 minutes to the border from my place, so it's not so bad actually ordering things to the States. And there's a place that it's $3 per package. Yeah, pretty much an extra hour for poop stops and food, gas, all that good stuff. Be super cheap to get down there right now, though. I assume your gas prices are still, although I don't know, diesel is completely different. Diesel did not drop at all for us. Like maybe 10 cents a liter, pretty much nothing compared to how diesel or gas dropped so astronomically not too long ago. But still, it's so much cheaper in the States. It's outrageous. Hey, Relabness. I was actually thinking about going down to PAX East, but I have other plans already for this summer, so I don't think I'll really have the spare vacation days. I kind of want to do a cross Canada drive, so that's gonna eat seriously into my vacation. Because it's about 6 days of driving from Ottawa to Vancouver if you don't go outrageous days. Remote hellos. Okay, some of these are a bit interesting to paint when the thing is all together here, but because of how this model goes together, it's not really possible to put together afterwards. It'd be too much of a hassle. Okay, so I think I've got the front of the chest all done. All that. So we're just gotta do stripe down the back here. I'm gonna need some new paint on my palette here soon. Yeah, this is completely host. Actually, let's just buyer loudness. Just got a bit of medium going in the paint there. This is all dried up essentially. I should be using a wet palette, but I have not yet delved into that world. Yeah, that freed that right up. Okay, that's another one down. Oh. I think I'll do these 5 guys in the front here, and then I'll just work on the other 5 later, so that we actually get a bit of diversity in what we're doing instead of just painting purple on these guys all stream. I'll move them farther back. All right. The usual face deal here. except a lot more shits and fucks. At this stage, it's not so much shit and fuck, but because I'm only painting on the first color, so any mistakes I make will be covered up later on. But when you get to the end and you make a mistake, suddenly things are a lot more serious. Let's put it that way. Single mistake can piss you off quite badly. I think I should actually move this camera down a bit. I think it might have a better time focusing if it's a little bit closer. Getting the armor on the wings, which I'm fairly certain would screw the whole thing up. I don't think it'd be able to fly with armor on there, but whatever. These are space elves with hollowed out bones, so I guess it doesn't matter. Adjusting your expectations. There's kind of a skin on the paint there. Need more medium. Hey MCS, we're painting some miniatures. Let me pull the box out. Painting some Dark Eldar Scourges. Oops, totally not on camera. There we go. Not painting them like that at all, but that's kind of an idea of the end product. Oops. It was kind of funny before. I mean, maybe a somewhat slightly racist, or slightly racist that I thought it was funny. The translation used to be, or at least they used to have, I think it was the Spanish translation on here, and they were the Eldar Negroes, and it was just like, okay, I guess that's slightly interesting. But they've changed it. They've changed what they translate them as, so they're not Negro Eldar anymore. Okay, so what were we doing? We were trying to get some more medium on here. And I mean, it's not like I support, well, I guess, yeah, whatever. I won't go any farther into that statement about the Negro Eldar, but it was just, I thought it was an interesting, well, yeah, exactly, Snowfuego. Like, I realize that's what it means, but it just was like, okay, maybe I know it's not. It was another language too, so they were literally. It was literally black Eldars, but still they, especially since they're dark Eldar. I'm sure there was another word that wouldn't have looked as interesting on a box. Just all about the word choice, I think. Oh shit! I think I just broke something there. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe I need some more real paint. Pinky ring, not of the weird variety, of the engineering variety. Alright, so now we have some fresh paint going here. Okay, still trying to paint this wing armor. Fudge engineering. Oh, I see. Fudge was a replacement for a word. I thought you were saying fudge engineering. Canadian engineers get essentially when you finish your engineering program, you get what's called an iron ring, and it's just kind of it's one of those things, kind of a ritual thing. It's kind of a don't fuck things up when you build them kind of oath thing. Although it's actually stainless steel, so it's not an iron ring literally, but that's the deal. So if you ever see someone Canadian with a stainless steel pinky ring on, just kind of small like that, they're probably an engineer. Yes, the engineering ring, the iron ring, is a Canadian thing. I think some states do a do an iron ring, and I think they have started to pick it up in the UK too at some point. But I think it's most distinctively a Canadian thing. Given the ring at the ritual of the calling of the engineers, ritual of the calling of the engineer, just kind of it's weird. It's distinct from any university thing, but pretty much everyone involved is from the universities, so it's very strange. Now I can. That's right, Your Loudness. No, it's just that the old translation, the old Spanish translation for Dark Eldar used to be Eldar Negros, and so I was just pointing that out as a amusing fact. they've since changed the particular translation they were using, and so it's no longer that's no longer what it is. Oh yeah, actually, something I want to just try here in a second. Once I finish this, I want to know if the audio is in sync with the video. Because apparently that's an issue on the multi-platform OBS. So in a second I will. I'm still painting this, but I will. I will say tap, and I will tap my that not being the demonstration there or the test, but I'll say tap and I'll tap my paintbrush on the desk, and I'd like to know if it's actually relatively in sync, because I'm told this is a problem. Oh, right. Alright, so I'm gonna tap in 3, 2, 1, tap, 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 tap. Let me know if that was actually in sync. Was not clear what I was trying to do. I was just trying to understand if my audio and my video are synced up. So if I was saying tap when I was tap, 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 like if the video I was tapping and I was saying tap at the same time, that's kind of what I was wondering. I mean, it's not really an issue on this with this particular stream, but I'm just curious for myself if it's actually having problems. Slight delay. Okay, that I mean that may have just been me being out of sync, but okay, we will keep that in mind. Okay. Just a wee bit? Okay. That's fine then. That's not a problem. I was just not sure if it was out of sync by, like, a minute or something, or 5 seconds. Because that would be a little bit more confusing. Oh shit. I'm slowing down here as I get distracted. So I'm just trying to get this done. Okay, I got this side to do. A bit more paint going here. Okay, and then a little stripe down the back. And that's that guy done. Okay. Usual face. Just paint the mask. Oh, I got a little bit too much paint on there. Try and spread that out just over to the other side. Rothfuss. I don't know how much of a lisp you're going for. Super bass metal band. What was I painting? The knee pad. Okay, so that's knee pads. And then we want to do the arms and hands. What am I doing? No, your lisps are on S always. You tend to whistle. Oh, Rothfuss. 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 Hello, or hey, solo Q Untitled. Hey, thank you for following Solo Q Untitled. I don't have my Twitch pop-ups or anything for followers, but I saw you followed me. So thank you for that. I don't know how often I'll do painting streams like this, but every now and then, for sure. And I hope in the future to have a better lighting setup going on, because this is kind of crap right now. And maybe I can dick around a bit and get this autofocus dealt with, because that's also pretty annoying. Hey, bye, Snowfuego. so that's... This guy's getting there. He's almost done. That stripe down the back. Get those extra little shoulder pads painted up. This guy's actually got the little hands in his wings too. It's kind of neat. Okay, so that's the purple color done, or blue, I guess. Nauseous blue painted on those 5 guys. So we will set that aside. Clean up the brush. Okay, and then actually I kind of want to do the wings. Try something out on the wings. So let me just take a quick gander for a picture of I kind of want to do blue jay wings. I don't know why. It just seems like a good idea. So I just want to take a look at some blue jay wings. Okay, so they're so they're essentially blue, turquoisey blue with, so if I look at these, they're turquoisey blue, white at the tips of the feathers, with little black stripes on them. So, okay. So if I want to do that kind of blue color, gotta find something that is close. Those are on that paint rack over there. So, that's probably a bit too bright. That's not actually that. Look at some other pictures. It's a bit darker. Actually, that might be. That's actually probably pretty close. Actually, let's get out a few colors and see what works best. And yeah, let's just do that. What the hell? Where did my... Oh, there it is. Okay, so I picked out 3 colors. I think this one will be best. I think that's the most blue jay-like. And it won't be particularly outrageous. Outrageously bright looking. Let's use this brush. Maybe that's too gray. suspect this will be way too bright. Also, that striation that's on the video is really weird too. I don't know what that effect is from. I don't know if the camera is messed. Oh shit! I got paint on my hand. I don't know if the camera is messed up or if. Oh, what the? It burst out the back. That's why. That's why I've got paint on my fingers. All right, see you, Labness. I'll probably have to stop and eat too soon. Okay, so I don't think that's the one. Just clean that up a bit. And let's just try this one. I think this is more blue than... Oh, this might be perfect though. And if it is, I'll actually kind of be... I need like a mix between these. Come on, mix. Might not be wet enough. Oh, and I have, conveniently, I've got a whole bunch of wet paint on this side of the thing, so. Yeah, that's more the color that I'm looking for, I think. So a mix of those two. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So I guess that just means I need to mix up a little batch of that so I can try it on the one model at least. We will mix that all together. Just kind of wash off some of that. Start so we don't get any little bits of other colors that didn't mix in there properly. Okay. See how this looks. Yeah, that's pretty much the right color right there. The light is not adjusted properly here. I can't see anything. Thank you for following Echo Frenchman. So this isn't exactly a traditional choice of colors for Dark Eldar, I don't think, but I think this will look neat. I think what I'll actually do, yeah, okay, so my other squad leader, or what I will call the squad leader, is also a birdwing dude. So I think what I'll do is I think they'll all be a little bit different. But this squad will be led by a blue jay. The other one will be led by a cardinal, I think. Gotta get a bit more paint going there. Maybe I'll have to lift a bit more of that up with some medium. We'll see what happens. It's a bit thin. I think I actually need to mix up a bit more of this. Basically been doing 1-to-1 of the light blue and 1-to-1 of the darker blue, and that's been how I've been putting this other color together. Victory, this lazy person. Hamburger helper is the shit. Did you make something with hamburger helper? Quickly? Alright, so we got a bit more of that blue color. Brown meat, simmer done. Alright. Fortunately, it may have been stupid and still not have made enough of this blue paint. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the other side of this wing with what I've got. This is all just base, basically. So I guess you weren't here. Let me try and finish up this wing. These are all just the very base levels of the, like, all the major colors I'm going through first. I've got some of my other models here that I've been using just to kind of reference how I've painted my other stuff, and I will show you those in just a minute. Quite detailed is what I would like to call it, but I am not nearly talented enough to actually be able to make that claim. I would call myself above average based on what I've seen in person with some other people, but I would say I am just above average. And a lot of that is only because I've been painting for such a long time. So it's just time. It's certainly not really skill. It's just I've kind of figured out how to do this. I've just kind of picked up some skills. But I would not call myself an exceptional painter or anything. God damn it, I do not. I'm like just a tiny bit short, so we are going to cheat and just get a little bit more out of this with some medium. Another strange thing with all this is how painting styles change over the years. I'd say I have stuck more with an older style of kind of painting technique. I don't do some of the fancy new tricks that are available now. So I don't know. My stuff isn't amazing necessarily, but I'd like to call it consistent. All right, so that's I really like how that looks already. That noise it makes while you were just mixing. Oh, like oh, can you actually hear that on stream? I'm kind of surprised. If I just look at the I'm actually oh wow. Oh no, never mind. I'm surprised you were able to hear that. So I really like how that's actually turned out. If I adjust the lighting. The blue looks quite cool against the other color. And it will stand out on the table without being outrageous. I'll just keep mixing paint, like, and mangle my brush. Okay. So, hands covered in paint or no? Just kind of get some of that off there. Just got to make sure I don't have wet paint on my fingers handling models. Okay, move that out of the way so I don't drop them into it. Light on there. Come on, focus. There we go. So you can see this is significantly more detailed than the stage I'm at already with the guys I'm painting. Hold on, if I remove this light, I think I can make this look better. Oh. Come on, focus. There we go. So that's kind of the level of detail I'm aiming for. There's a certain amount you can get out of. It's kind of neat. So there are more detailed models. And these just being kind of regular infantry, you have to paint quite a few of them. I find there's not quite as much detail on the actual model. Get some crotch shot there. There's not as much detail necessarily on these models, but if you go for buy some of the more expensive stuff that you don't have as many of, it's amazing how much more detailed you can go on a nicer model, without any additional skill, really. Okay, so I guess the question is, how do I want to do the bat wings? And how do I want to do the wings on the other guys? On the other birdwing guys. And should I keep going right now? Because actually, I will stop. I'm going to stop because I need to eat something. Silver bat wings? Or silver bird wings? I'm going for fleshy here. Oh, that's what yes, fleshy, like human flesh rather than like back sparkly and fabulous. So what I think I'm gonna do is I will try and paint those bat wings. Where is the... There are my browns and stuff. I'm going to try and do these bat wings like they are stretched human flesh. So we're probably looking at that as a base. And I want something kind of pallid. That's white. So we're probably looking at that, which is going to be the same. Actually, yeah, so that'll look good. That'll be the same as their actual flesh tone. So let's actually, I won't quite stop. I want to put the base coat on the bat wings, and then I will stop. Because now I like this idea, and I want to get, because it's a lighter color, you need to get some base coat on there so that it actually will hold on nicely. Like the Dogma angel wings. I'm not 100% certain what you're referring to, but if you send a picture, I can certainly look at it and consider it. So this color will give a nice kind of a brownish undertone to the flesh color that'll go on later. Actually, that'd be kind of cool too. Yeah, if I had, because I've got the two squads, if one had kind of white angelic wings and the other one had like black crow wings or something, that could be neat. One of the tricky things with these bat wings, though, is that most of it is just a flat surface, essentially. I mean, it's curved, but there's no detail on it, so you have a lot of flat space, which I find personally tricky to paint and make look good. Here we go. Got a picture going. Oh yeah, actually, so paint them white, basically, like white, kind of almost dove wing. Like, I could do that. I don't think I've ever actually seen Dogma. I know I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. So actually, so I'll essentially be painting these wings exactly how I'll be painting the actual skin on these guys, like on their feet and stuff. Which is pretty much this color. Then it goes on a much lighter kind of grayish pink. Yeah, I know what you mean. Day makes my. A lot of people will take like a cork, and they'll use sticky tack, and stick the base onto it. Um, I've never really found that an issue. I'm just holding the edge of the base, um, which will be the very last thing I paint. So it's not really a problem at this point. Like there's no issue. I'm not actually touching any part of the model itself. It's just the base. I've tried the cork thing before, but I just find it's too bulky and kind of gets in my way. I guess the advantage is you don't quite get the same hand cramp that I'm gonna have after doing this from having kind of the crab grip going on. Oh, thank you for following Steel War Raven. Getting all sorts of follows for this stream. Yeah, you could. Yeah, if I just had like a little gripper thing, you find you have to rotate things frequently enough that going hands free isn't actually quite so useful. Um, I mean, at points it can be when if you're doing like a large model, but on kind of general infantry like this, it's not quite as useful. All of these aren't actually general infantry, but you know what I mean. Small kind of regular sized guys. All right, so that's one set of bat wings coated. So let's just do this other guy here, and then I will stop because now I'm getting hungry. so that's one wing down. Okay. Okay, so that's... Oh no, not entirely. Not entirely done. There's a little edge I missed here. And the question is, did I miss the same spot on these ones? This one's a little bit different, so no. Okay, so once I just finish some little touch-ups here, I'll stop. I'll probably stream a... I don't know if I'll stream more painting or maybe I'll do some games later. I think I'll do some PC gaming. Let's call it in an hour, like 8:30ish. So keep an eye on Twitter if that's of interest to you. We'll stop that. We will clean our brushes. Alright, so goodbye for now, and I will be back soon enough.